are we talking about today, guys? We're talking about your chain jumping off and then it jumping off again and again and again. And you thinking, what is going on? Now, although a chain can pop off at any time, the majority of the time it's when somebody puts a brand new chain on. So I want to put a brand new chain on this. Okay, so as I do this, I want to try to do it all in one take so you know that I'm not BSing you, that it actually does this. And this is the reason your chain's jumping off. I still have it at the same tension I just had it when it was in there. If you pull it, I've got 3 drivers that is poking out above the bar. That way you know it's at the perfect tension. I'm going to go start it up and rev it a few times, see what it does. All right, just in those few little revs that I didn't even cut anything. See if I can get this up where you can see it. Look at how far the chain is hanging off the bottom of the saw. That's how loose it got just from them few revs, and it will get a bunch looser the first cut you do. So before you even go to cutting, give it a few revs and let's tighten it up. So why does it pop off even if it gets a little loose? That's because most of the time people are using these smaller saws to cut limbs, and a lot of limbs, they have very small twigs and branches that are like this size or this size. And if you cut something this, I tell everybody, make sure it's at least bigger than a finger, and you preferably larger, but definitely bigger than one of your fingers. Because if you're cutting something this small, it doesn't cut it, it rips it into the saw and gets, usually if the chain is hanging down below the bar, it will get in between the chain and bar and pop off like that. Okay, so now you've watched the video, you know what you need to do in the beginning, you make your cuts. Are you needing to adjust it again after a few minutes? Most of the time, yes. If you've got a brand new chain on there, it's going to continue to stretch a little bit. A lot of times once the chain's broke in a little bit, you're not going to have the issues as much as it when it's first new, but you're going to have to constantly check it while you're cutting when it's a brand new chain. Now, why does it keep jumping off after it jumped off the first time? That's because when it rolls around and hits that chain catcher or the bottom of the saw, where it runs in the saw, these are the drivers, they sling around and hit the bottom end of the saw, and these will mushroom out on you. So it doesn't matter what you do, how many times you try to put it back in there. A lot of times they won't fit back into the bar at all, but every time it comes around, it's going to catch that tip of the bar back by the sprocket, and it's going to make it pop off again. And this is where you got to decide what's more important, your time or your money. If your money's more important to you, you got to fix the chain that you got. What I used to do at the shop, because I had a ton of power tools, I had a belt sander, and I would actually lay the drivers where they were boogered up, lay them along the edge of my belt sander and get it done that way.